So the question is do I bring this up with my kids, or do I let them bring it up with me? And my answer was yes, because it's a both and. So if we're watching a movie together, one of the things that we did with our kids growing up is we would have Friday night Chinese movie night. So we would have Chinese food, take out Chinese food, and watch a movie together. And we watched a variety of movies, from typical kid flicks to biographies to other kinds of things, often that would depict relationships. And after the movie, we would talk about relationships. Maybe not that evening, because it might be too late for them and they're going to bed, but the next day I say, hey, the movie yesterday, this and this happened. What were you thinking about that? Or, you know, how did you think the characters were acting? Because it's a lot easier to talk about characters in a movie than to talk about them, right? So when our kids were teenagers, we watched a movie called Juno. Have you seen this movie? Some of you have, some of you haven't. The short recap is young teenage girl chooses to have sex for the first time with a young teenage boy. Both are relatively shy. She's a little bit on the snarky side. So she's kind of leading all of this. She ends up getting pregnant and then chooses to have the baby and wants to give it up for adoption. And there are all kinds of complications. Great movie. I loved watching this with my teenagers and then talking through the choices that were made. Why did she make those choices? Why did he make those choices? What courage did it take? What fear was there? What was the role of the parents? All of those things. Powerful stuff, right? Scary movie. You watch this movie and then think about, oh my God, I'm not going to watch this with my kids. No, because it brings up a lot of questions. Questions you're not prepared for. And that's okay, because that's the kind you want to have. And I'd rather have that over a movie than over the real life of my child. So it's a both and. I created opportunities to do this.